need paradise. But the tricksters, full of lies. They want mash up the culture, tear it to the ground. But the people we stand strong, we hold the rock down. Wake up my people, shake up, wake up my people, shake up, wake up my people, shake up, wake up.
Yes. Greetings and welcome to Politically Incorrect. Greetings in the name of His and Her Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie I, Empress Wazira Menin. Y'all already know it's one perfect balance. Welcome again. Today is a wonderful Wednesday, peaceful day. It was a little warm today though. I can't even front. It was a bit warm, but you know why it was kind of warm? Because there's a system moving in slowly. In fact, I was just kind of looking for it. I was looking for it to see. Hang on a second. I definitely want to play it. I know some of y'all do watch the Weather Channel, but not everybody. So I want to just put that up real quick. Let me just get this guy, the weatherman. I know he be dropping it, man. This was the latest one. I think it was about, what was it, like this morning, a few hours ago. For those who have not been paying attention, we're going to touch on that real quick, briefly. I think it's only right because, you know, most people don't usually get prepared sometimes until the last minute, you know, you rush out, you get your biscuits, your battery, this kind of stuff. One thing we can't take for granted, family, and that's the weather. We got to take the weather serious because Beryl, a little over a year ago, gave us a reminder of how unpredictable it can be. So as much as we, you know, life is life and you're going through different things and we're doing different things, I want you to be mindful that we're in a season that is two things, if nothing else. One, it is unpredictable, and two, it is unforgiving. So can't be slacking in these times, family. You got to make sure you got your T's crossed and your I's dot, okay? So I definitely want to play this clip real quick from the weatherman. Let me go ahead and share this real quick, a few minutes of this channel here. Like I said, only for the simple fact that it is that time. So just to give you all an update quickly on what's going on, I'll put the link for those who want to go watch the rest of it. Let me go ahead and share this real quick. Can I go? Oh, here, let me do it like this. I trust that everybody's doing good, considering all, you know, but this is critical. So we're going to do a special on this piece right here. Where is it? Oh yeah, here, look. Let me drop it like this real quick.
It is Wednesday, August 13th, 2025. Thank you for being with me. We are in monitor mode in some spots, again, in the Northeastern and Northern Caribbean. With that said, we are going to get some outer rain bands from this moving in, which could increase the flood threat as we work our way into the weekend. I want to cover that. I want to zoom down into the winds in this now and show you the winds and how close some of those strong winds will get to us in the Caribbean, and more of a longer term projection as well, what some of the models are showing, what I'm seeing out there in the environment as we look into next week. I want to cover that, and noting some strong tropical waves back behind this area as well. So not losing sight. As you get into the hurricane season, there are many spots to watch, and we'll watch things storm by storm as we go over the next few months. Now we get a look at what's going on here in the tropical Atlantic. Here we are in the Caribbean. This here is Tropical Storm Erin as expected. It is fighting some dry air, which is a good thing. So I don't expect much strengthening over the next 24 to 36 hours. After that, it will leave the dry air and it will start to strengthen, especially as it hits some very warm water temperatures, which I will show you in just a moment. But again, no big changes to the track that I've been showing you the last few days. That is my job for you, to keep things as consistent as possible. So we are right on track, but here are some tropical waves back behind it. The one still across Africa, those I do believe will eventually develop. So know that I'm watching that as well, what's going on back behind Erin. Here's the most likely path. It is a continuation from what I've been showing you for days and days now. And you could see here eventually becoming a hurricane. It looks like by Friday, the strengthening, we'll kind of wait and see over the next day or two because of the dry air back behind it. By Saturday, the center of this will be to the northeast of us in the Caribbean, north and northeast of Anguilla, Antigua, Barbuda, as we work our way Saturday into Sunday, and north of Puerto Rico as we work our way into the second half of the weekend, and then making more of that curve. I don't just watch the models, I watch the environment. There are reasons for that curve to happen. Can it go a little bit more to the west? Yes. Can it make a quicker turn? Yes. There's, of course, the uncertainty once we get down the road. These is several days out in time, right? But the good thing is we have time to watch this evolve. I will give you the heads up. If there's any change from what I've been seeing, I will let you know right away. If we need to go into action mode in some spots, I will let you know. Now,
okay, you let us know. So like I said, in fact, like I said, let me just go ahead and post that link for those who might not be familiar with the weatherman. He's usually, on every morning giving you an update of the weather in the region and across the, I guess, the Americas to some degree. So having said that, yes, family, like I said, I do believe that's critical information for obvious reasons, because it's good to know, have a plan, otherwise you plan to fail. But definitely greetings to the family, pleasant greetings to you too, family. Daffodil, I see you, Daffodil. What is the price of corruption, man? What is it? What is it? Good evening, Rastaman and viewers. King Alfred in the building. Intro theme is hot. You see the theme is hot. We putting together a little video together. Scenery of Barbados, man. Like I got a lot of footage I took the other day. I let the folks edit it. When we visited Harrison Cave, I'm gonna definitely post that video. That was crazy. I mean, I ain't been there in a little minute, but wow. I guess you kind of appreciate it different when you can appreciate it different, but we give thanks. It's the intro tune, powerful. Thelma, what's up? You must have been sneezing all last night. Was talking your name, man, with a tell a friend kind of thing. Good evening to you too, for sure, everyone watching. Shout out to Maria as well, the whole Fade family, Barbados National Congress. Godspeed, King We're Getting On family. For sure. Go check the weatherman out, family. Go check him out for sure. That's what's up. Greetings, family. Shout out to the whole Yarramin. Sending positive vibes to all. Prepared, family. Be prepared. That's right. Be prepared. Go tell a friend to tell a friend. Shout out to Fabian, the brother I ran into tonight. Yes, you know where we ran into each other. Yeah, though. I give thanks. This is my go-to for weather information. All right, I see you up on the weatherman for sure. Yeah, he be dropping it, Maria. He be dropping it. So you got to stay alert, family. Shout out to you too, Marcy. I see you join us again tonight. Thank you for coming. I know you said you was a night. You like your bed, you like your sleep. But wake is the new rest here. We be up. We be up. Where my Maureen at? I know Maureen here somewhere. I hope Maureen is doing fine. Nubian greetings to you too, family. Greetings, man. Where did we begin tonight? We began where we left off. That's what's going to happen. So much can be said about this thing. I suppose so much needs to be said about this. The question is, what will be said about this? All in time. All in time. You know, I was trying not to drop it, but I gonna do it like this, man. I can do it like this. You really can't make this stuff up, right, family? And y'all know that. But so we have a few things to discuss tonight. Let me not even. I gotta be mindful now, family, because the truth is, when I did that program Monday night, when we spoke about Monday, we talked about the situation at Dodds. Little did I know it would have generated the kind of response it did. I was getting calls from the night till morning. I was getting calls on that program. Family, the people who are concerned, very concerned. It's okay. So the staff ain't getting paid. All right, like that's bad. They work, they deserve to be paid. Working 12-hour shifts, you know, it's a work a 12-hour shift, work from one to the next, whether even graveyard, and then it's short staffed, and then you got to make God do a double, like, then go home for 12 hours. Imagine you go home for 12 hours, between your commute back and forth, you got to take off an hour, maybe two, depending on where you live. So then that's down to 10 hours, and you still got to get about 8 hours rest, which is not probably going to be possible. But then your family got to see you and whatnot. So between that and eating something and bathing and breast, whatever, let's take off another 2 hours. That leaves us with 8. You got to deal with your family. I mean, you get in barely about 5 hours rest, maybe at best. Then got to come back to work again, do another 12, 24 maybe. Hectic. But then on top of that, you ain't getting paid. Years later, enter the opportunity for corruption. Here comes a individual in the system that said, look, man, you know, I could always get that to you. If you can get that to me. We call it even I was, you know, tell itself, right now you got my mortgage, you got my bills, money ain't coming in. You know, it opens up the door for a lot of wrongdoings. And that is not to point the finger at anybody. It's to simply say it creates opportunity. Now you would think the government or whoever's in charge of this particular section of the society would have, you know, done some things to ensure that, you know, it don't find itself, we don't find ourselves in that position. Because obviously that would not be a good thing. And that's for obvious reasons. But nevertheless, it happened. And it happened in such a way that at this point, man, you know, man, it's obvious. It's obvious, man. But before I go to that one, let me jump into this one. Hold on. Let me add this here to the screen real quick. We're going back up to Barbados Prison Service. And the reason why we go back to that because again, I'm hearing more and more information coming out about how crazy things are. Family, if what I heard again today is any indication of what's truly going on in there, look, man. Superintendent, Mr. Payne. Mr. Payne is his name. I don't know where his claim to fame originated, but I got a question for you. Because we usually hear about the ones that escape and actually get away. What about the ones that make an attempt to escape, get out the facility, be able to run through the facility or ease across the facility or the compound, whatever you want to call it, reach to the fence, not just reach the fence, but then climb the fence, get over the fence. Of course, the fence is designed to keep people in, so there's different stages of security, including barbed wire. But what about the individuals who managed to get thus far? or even get over. And in the process, get hurt or get, cut from the razor wire, because after all, it is razor wire. It's called razor wire for a reason. But what about those who get over and get cut, and then, start to bleed and stuff? That's crazy, right, family? But what if that was a woman? Imagine a woman trying to escape prison to the extent where she's climbing over razor wire to get away. Man, I do not know what would motivate someone to do that other than freedom, but maybe the threat of harm could motivate someone to put themselves in harm's way, or lesser harm, in an attempt to avoid a more perhaps detrimental harm. I don't know, family, but Mr. Superintendent, yes, we know you got responsibilities to govern a whole prison, but the bomb is ticking. It's ticking. Tick tock. We ain't talking social media, bro, but it's ticking. So you got to find yourself doing one or two things. Now, guess what? People say, well, you need to talk to the Prime Minister. What the Prime Minister going to do? Call Wilfred Abram and tell Mr. Abram to solve it. They say that Ms. Motley always be in everything. She wants to be involved in everything. Perhaps there's a reason why she has to be involved in everything. Perhaps a lot of these ministers are incapable and incompetent and can't actually manage to do that because they don't have an interest in doing anything. And they might be at such a place where they think that what little they're doing, they might really think that is sufficient for whatever it is. They might really think that. But I'm a bit more ambiguous than that, man. Definitely looking at it from a different perspective, man, because as far as I'm concerned, man, they should have been done enough. For the time he dropped that ball with the children, the young ladies, the young men, the government industrial school, for both males and females, the reports that came out from the girls one, we ain't even going to talk about the one with the boys. As a matter of principles, man, he should have been stepped down just on principles alone. Like, nah, boy, my name called up and all kind of stuff. Especially with the staff at the girls one and the things he said that were recorded without wiretaps that were recorded. They recorded him while the Minister of National Security was okaying and authorizing and giving consent for the police to record people in Barbados, albeit that they couldn't do nothing with it at the time, or seemingly couldn't do nothing with it at the time. Now they're claiming that we'll get permission. We'll write a bill that we have to get permission in order to do it, which is funny because that's not what that is for. But I want to say something about that too. Talk corruption. There's a movie called Street Kings. If y'all get a chance, go watch it. Street Kings. You gotta watch it, man. It's one of the movies. It might be a little bit rough for some people, though. Might be a little too rough for some people. But go watch that. Street Kings is called. It's based in LA. Y'all know LA Police Department was considered, or is considered, but definitely was considered one of the most corrupt police stations probably in America. In America. One of the absolute worst law enforcement officers with the LAPD. What made it so corrupt? What made it so corrupt? You want to know what made it so corrupt? Let me check the comments real quick. Can anybody guess what made it so corrupt? Hello from Toronto. I couldn't miss this. That's right. Don't miss it. Tell a friend and tell a friend. If you miss it, you got to blame yourself. The police have been added to the list of unpaid The police has been added. Post workers have been added. Probably teachers have been added. I'm almost sure the nurses have been added. Remember, do you all remember when they actually went and took money off the nurses' accounts because they refused to take that thing? Although they had showed up to work, they went back and took the funds off. These are things that happen. And again, this is not to point fingers at this administration or that administration. For me, it's not an administration thing. It's a simple right and wrong. The simple right and wrong, man. That's right versus wrong, man. Good over evil. Like, y'all cannot be serious, man. Greetings to you too, Pedro. Greetings. It's a fact, cause the drowning man could catch at a straw. Anything that goes by. Good night to you too, Tim. Tim, the whole family, the Ward family. I gotta find out, Tim. You got family in the north of the island, Tim? Wait. Sonny said, Pedro, you have stamina. You have stamina, man. Just switch from TMWS. What's that? TMWS. Just switch from TMWS. What's TMWS? Just switch from TMWS. Pedro say, yes, y'all switch from TMWS. All right. Well, welcome to Politically Incorrect, where we get it correct. But on a serious note, man, the movie is called Street Kings. I now see your notification. Sean, listen, not me and you and that. You got to click on the bell that says all and see what happened. Or on click. Listen, for those who knew or those who've been here, go ahead and unsubscribe, then resubscribe just in case, and click on the bell and make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend, man. The movie is called Street Kings, man. LAPD. Why was it one of the worst police stations and the corruption in the history, well, in America? On a matter of principle, he should step down. Agree, however, we might be doing a wonderful job. He might be doing a wonderful job to his boss. Pedro, maybe she's not even aware that he's what he's doing. We like to think that they all together, you know. We like to think that they all together. Listen, if the DLP, upon the arrival of Mr. Ralph Thorne, did not teach us anything about politics or party, then we must be sleeping. The DLP taught Barbadians an invaluable lesson with regards to politics and party here, and party loyalty. Don't get it twisted. Because everybody wearing a red shirt don't mean everybody support. Yeah. People got their own thing going. Good night to you, more. Peace, Islam, bro. Oh, different wards. I beg to differ. I beg to differ, Tim. And I'll tell you why. Because to my knowledge, based on the etymology of the name, the wards originally came from St. Philip, not St. Lucie. They migrated after a while though, and changed their name to wards, but that's the conversation you might know more about than me. But anyhow, who knows, Tim? Oh, Marcia. Oh, MT. Wait, hold up. How MTW is Marcia? Wait, what? Hold on a second, man. Let me go back here a second. Y'all say y'all switch from. Second. How would I miss that? T is the. Okay, the MWS. Well, MWS, I would have probably figured that out, I think. I don't know. The TMW, the T would throw me off. The T threw me off, man. I guess that's the. All right, well, yeah, I'm sure they have some interesting stuff over there discussing as well. Everybody trying to put the knowledge out there, man. Okay, thank you. I got it. Yes, yeah. Preposition. All right. Wonderful. Yeah. So you heard of JS and not she. You smart. My wards is from St. Philip. Yeah, Tim. Yeah, that's why I now see it. Yeah, the wards originated from St. Philip, but they migrated to the north. I got a little history on that. Wednesdays we could talk about it. I had the privilege of meeting one of the fine awards I've ever met, Mr. Roy Rodine Ward. I think he lived till to be like 99, a day or two. He was like a day away from his 100th birthday, or a few weeks from his 100th birthday, or a few days, 1 or 2 when he transitioned. A very interesting man. Very, very interesting man. But I ain't seen nobody put down why they think it was one of the worst, the most corrupt. What made him so corrupt? What did they do? What were they doing that made him so corrupt? I mean, nobody's saying anything. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you. See, the way they ran the prison, of course, it's the way they ran the streets. It's about control. That's why it's called Street Kings. It's about control. So they control the prison, they control the streets. And the police commissioner had a special police team that did certain things. Of course, other people got the blame, like gangs, gang rivalry, and gang members got the blame. Meanwhile, it was the police all along, the entire time. The entire time was the police doing all the crimes, it was all the police the whole time. They had agents like would function as gang members in the streets, had crews and cliques and people. And these guys was wired. These guys is agents. But what made the commissioner so successful is that he conducted illegal wiretappings. He was recording a lot of the celebrities in LA. Get it? LA, Hollywood. And while he was doing that, guess what he was also doing? Guess what? Blackmailing people. He had files on everybody who was anybody to be had files on. All them celebrities, you know what I'm saying? He had files, man. I mean, that files got him the ability to go call people, meet with people when people get caught up in certain situations. Like, yo, I need something done. You're in a position to get it done. This is what I need from you. I won't let that get out. Folks was more than willing to pay because, of course, folks didn't want their business out in the streets. So although, you know, we're being told this thing has a ability to do good, it is just, they say power corrupts. Absolute power corrupts, absolutely. The superintendent at the prison has power. A little too much power. Too much power because he can't realize that at this point, his staff, the mere fact that I'm speaking about this should let him know that there's a crack in the system, man. It is flawed. There's a breach. And that breach is on both sides of the fence. You got families who pushing, you got persons, individuals who are incarcerated who pushing, you got staff pushing. Meanwhile, you comfortable in your new appointment and you ain't doing your job. Unless that's what your job was. Go there and do nothing. Let it implode. Let it implode. Let it spill over into the society so we can give the police and defense force some work to do. You got to tap the phones and listen to catch these guys that are running loose. People are going to be so afraid they're going to accept anything for the sake of security. Meanwhile, the staff ain't getting paid. They frustrated. They ain't even looking. Until they ain't looking, they ain't even looking, man. Straight up. Oh, now I get what you said, Pedro. You heard of JS and not she, I guess, meaning the whole TMWS as opposed to MSW. You said you smart. Of course I'm smart, Pedro. Smart enough to know that you ain't easy. My words, Sister Philip. All right, so this is the plan here, family. I think at this point, you know, like I said, if you got family that work at the prison, if you got people who are incarcerated, call the superintendent. In fact, wait a minute. Let me get the page because I had the page here. Is this the page? I had the page. Hold on a second. Hold on. I'm gonna give it to you. Here it is. Yes. This is what's up, man. Wait, what? Okay, but that's not it. That is definitely not it. Not sure how that came up. Oh, this is so crazy. Yo, this cannot be real. I would love to show y'all what is happening when I do this, right? But I don't know if I should. I don't know if I'm Tim. Need your help, Tim. Let me try something different and see what happened. Nah, yo, it happened in the same way. Man, look, I ain't saying it's me, but somebody do me a favor. Yo, Pedro, I got something for you to do, man. Come. Yo, go type in Barbados Prison Service and on a search. Tell me what comes up. When you find a link, tell me what comes up. Let me click this one and see what happened. Okay. Wow. I knew this was going to happen, you know. I knew this was going to happen. I knew this was going to happen here. This is why I do what I do, family. I knew this was going to happen. Monday night, I had the page up. I said I ain't going to put it up yet. I'll wait because we did a lot of videos and stuff on Monday. I said I'm going to wait and do it on Wednesday. So I'll pull the page up for Barbados Prison Service on Wednesday so I can show you some stuff. So now that I'm Googling the name and I pull it up, the page. Hey, hold on, Pedro, give me some stuff. Hold on, let me see what Pedro got to say first. Hold on a second. Marcia had problems going live on her channel. Okay, I could understand why. You know, this ain't no game, family. Big Hill, you and the other show keeping the people informed for sure, including TMWS and all the other programs. LAPD and the Ronnie King. You remember that, Tim? Good night to you too, Beverly. I see you. Exactly. They're not pushing because when they're implement, they will be seen as the savior. Of course. Pedro, you found it yet, Pedro? Give me some heads up, man. Okay, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show y'all, man. It looked like, okay, thank you, Tim. Because I figured let me wait and see somebody else going to get the same thing because I don't want to go ahead and put that up. And then they say that I do something or I try to false or send false information or whatever because, you know, they're quick to blame the rest of my name. Call the rest of my name. So that's what I did basically. Hang on. So I typed in, let me go over here. Hang on, let me reposition myself. So I typed in Barbados Prison Service, right? Do a search, and it came up, as y'all can see. I mean, literally, it's on the screen. It came up on the screen. Hang on. All right, as you can see, it came up on the screen. You can see. So the website is there. I was watching it the other night with no problems. And now I go click on it tonight to bring it up. As you can see, it's right there, Barb. It's the prisonservices.gov.bb. But when I click on it now, this is what comes up. Like, what is this? Like, what is this? There's a joke, right? Mr. Penn, you telling me that even the prison is such in a disarray that even the prison website got hacked? Because look right there. Look right here. Look right here. Look. This is the official government of Barbados prison HTTPS, and the HTTPS, the S stands for secure or security. In other words, this is the official security site. How on earth is this? Like, this is crazy, yo. If you go right now, man, I ain't even know what to say about this, boy. This is what comes up, family. This is what comes up. When you actually go and search Barbados Prison Service and the website comes up on your screen right here. This is the website right here. Our aim is to provide the degree of custody necessary in each case to ensure that the sentence of the court is carried out and to attempt to modify the behavior of the offenders so that they're blah, 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 blah. Wow. When you click on it, this comes up instead, like I said. The Barbados Prison Service website family is officially hacked. I don't know by who. I don't know by what. But as you can see, look, I up out of here, man. And I had it, and I was going like, nah, I ain't going to show you all that. I'm going to wait till Wednesday. Remember, I'm going to give you all that on Wednesday? This is one, because what I wanted to show you all was that the page was already, in fact, hold on. Let me show you what the page was going on. Because although they hacked it, let me show you something. Right here you have About Us, programs, the mission and vision, the medical unit, organizational chart, education. Like if I even click on the organizational chart right now, this is what comes up. Not found. Like when I had the site up, it only showed the first page, the home page, and the information, including the number to call the superintendent, which is what I was giving you to call him. But you can't, the page hacked. Unbelievable. Family, you cannot make this up. You can't make this up. You cannot make this up. I know. Look, let me get off of this page because I don't know what's going on with it. Tim, what's going on with that, Tim? I don't know. You go back to this page, family. You click on the programs or mission vision. Let's go to mission vision. The mission, same thing. Not found. The request URL was not found on this server. Well, that kind of changes my night a bit, but nevertheless, greetings to you too, family. Not even their website was secure. Look, that's crazy. I can't believe this at all. Like only 2 days ago, I had that website up watching it, and they only had the first page. Though there was a whole website with all kind of areas, links, and drop-down menus. None were working. None of them were working. The only one was working was the home page that had the information and the number. So can somebody please post the number to not Dodds, Barbados Prison Service on the screen? In fact, I'm sure that number can be found. Post the number, somebody. If you have loved ones in that institution, Barbados Prison Service, or you have relatives that work there, call the superintendent. His name is Mr. Payne. His first name is, if I can pronounce it correctly, I ain't never heard that one before. I don't know where he from. DiCarlo, I don't know if that's what it is. If I'm butchering it, forgive me. But call the superintendent and start asking questions, man. Asking what's going on. You're hearing some stuff with staff is short. Is the prison secure? If it's 100% secure, because it can't be 100% secure if the staff not there. Straight up, man. Yeah, not even the website. You got to put 2RH in the hack site search bar. I don't know about that. What the yo, all sites are hacked in the Barbados government. Soon they will hack your medical records and change your blood type. Listen, shout out to Alex, by the way. Big shout out to Alex, man. I think this is Alex Mitchell. I don't know. Hopefully. This is a different Alex. That's good. But let me say this. Wilfred Abram talking about, hold on. Let me go to that video. Somebody, let me see that video. Where that video at? Where that video at? Hang on. Hang on. Let me share this one instead. Play this. These are the games they're playing, because if Wilfred Abram and his superintendent of the prison can't even get it together. No, he's the Minister of National Security. He should have a paramount interest in making sure that in places like the prison, for example, that everything is running like a a well-made design Rolex watch or a Bentley or one of them cars that run smooth, that sophisticated, no problems. Like a space shuttle, it got to run smooth because we can't afford any issues because the issue would cause a problem. But no, this is games they play, man. Hang on. This is games they play. Take a listen to this, man.
Cannot, on the one hand, be saying we want the police to reap tremendous success, but want to hamstring their efforts at investigating crime. The problem we have, Mr. Speaker, is that the criminal element has become very sophisticated.
I want y'all to keep in mind, right, that what he talking about, the criminal element that's so sophisticated, have nothing to do with the youths on the block with the guns shooting one another because of some numbers or some other adult that manipulate the situation. I want y'all to know that. Boy, hold on, man. Let me take a. Street Kings, blackmail, man, at the highest level. You see, what he's aware of is that a lot of folks coming into Barbados, the criminals, first of all, the word criminals, crime, Crimea. When he said the criminals, they talking about, next level. Next level. But then folks don't go prison. Look at Dodds. Go see who really in Dodds. You ain't got no criminals. You got a lot of poor people who did some dumb stuff. And you got a bunch of other folks who got psychological issues. You ain't got no criminals in Dodds. None. You got a bunch of people who did some dumb stuff. And you got folks that got psychological issues. But anyhow, let me finish. Hang on.
If the criminal element has become sophisticated, if the criminal element is using technology for its advantage, Mr. Speaker, we would be foolish. We would be foolish. We would be guilty of dereliction of duty, sir.
Dereliction of duty. Mr. Marshall, you don't feel that not paying the staff at the prison, your colleague, Wilfred, you don't think that dereliction of duties would also be literally the crown for the man who's supposed to be national security, which I know that's your colleague personally. It make perfect sense. Definitely two peas in a pot or two men in a tub, rubber dub, whichever it is. I don't know. The point I want to make is, would it not make sense then for him to make sure that the staff is good? Why you can't get a call tomorrow and say, listen, I hear that Rasmana politically incorrect. Call your name a couple of times, man. He said that you ain't doing the job the prison. That is true. Unless, like the recordings, y'all had prior knowledge. Because y'all can believe this. I remember one time there used to be a movie. I watched this years ago. I think my mom had it. I think she had it. I think it was her, my mom. I think that's where I get it from. It was called Dumb and Dumber. It was Dumb and Dumber, Twiddly D and Twiddly Dumb, or something. I can't remember. It was like, psh. And by the way, I'm not calling anybody any names. Don't get me wrong. I'm not insulting anyone. I'm just saying, man.
If we did not ensure that the police service had at its disposal all of the tools that it needed in order to keep pace with and, in fact, outstrip the criminal element.
Outstrip the criminal element. Outstrip. So they give them tools so that they could continue to wiretap. They already was wiretapping. It's the funniest thing. That is the funny thing. Remember the commissioner Dalton was accused of doing that? Y'all forget, no, Barbadians, y'all just forget too fast, man. This was only the DLP, though. Not the BLP. It's all they got to say to that. Because he was working at the time. Now, as far as who he was working for, another conversation. But the funny thing is, he got a job when the B got back in. So you understand what he's saying? I don't know, man. They got the nerve, man, to openly tell you things, including Mr. Abram talking about, the fact that they would have been doing this for years and everybody know this is crazy. Like, you come out there and admit to that, man. Like, that's good, though. That's good. So you can't see the people in Barbados don't know. If y'all never knew before, you know now. That they cares absolutely nothing. Now, don't get me wrong. He talked about the criminal element. Look, y'all remember those white guys that came to Barbados and tried to kidnap their own brother for ransom? You remember that? Whatever happened to them fellas, though? Just a question, random question. I know the judge gave them back the passport so they could leave Barbados to go back home to visit their family for Christmas. And men that on bail for attempted kidnapping, also attempted murder, all kind of crazy stuff they try to do to the brother for an inheritance. What is the price of corruption, family? Hold on, let me read some comments here. Hang on. Okay. Seems that cyber hacking is being ramped up in BIM, TMWS, prison services, and other individuals speaking out. That's what's going on, man. That's what's going on. Pardon me, that's what's going on. Now, like I said, we got to realize, right, family, that if this is the direction this is going in, this is what they want. You got to stay vigilant. You got to be aware. Using my iPad would have to power up my laptop and further investigate. When you get a chance, Tim, take a look at it and send me a little forensic diagnostics or something, diagnosis. Give me an idea of what you think going on there. That is crazy, Tim. Especially knowing that I know for a fact I had that up. I was going to keep it up. I only close it and said I'm going to close it, but I'm going to get back to it on the program. I have to come down and see this. Yeah, boy. Coincidence, right? This is a coincidence. Mr. Payne must he take it down for purpose. Don't say that. Don't say that at all, man. I don't know. If he did, why would he put that other page up? That's crazy. Greetings, Lioness. We're getting on. Greetings to you too, Empress. People power for sure. Shout out to the whole Clark family, man. I gotta definitely show the Clarks. Clarks and easy. Clarks me prefer. I tell one already, nothing functioning properly in this country. Facts. You did say that. Keep people with conscience in check with the dark shadow they have. Well, I don't know. Perhaps to some degree, Pedro. Perhaps to some degree. The top crooks run for office and buy votes to win. One of the main crooks is talking on the floor right now. On the floor. Yeah, it's good to see you on, bro. You need to link me about the cyborg forensic stuff ASAP. Okay. I know you got skills, man. For sure. Greetings, Maureen. You all right, Maureen? You was resting you. How you doing, Maureen? I was wondering about you. I asked for you earlier because I didn't see you. I know normally you be up in the earlies, man, but I didn't see you. Yeah, my thing is that the prison is it's a time bomb, man. I think they need to address the needs of the staff and make sure the staff good so that the individuals who are there can also be good. Because I know that once staff gets sketchy and scary, like I even spoke to somebody else separate who ain't even got no direct affiliation, man. And what they was telling me from working there, they're not even an officer. It dread in the prison system in Barbados. I don't know if y'all are aware of this, but if you have family, you have children or loved ones, brothers, uncles, aunts, husbands, whoever, wives, aunties, girlfriends, whatever, call and ask Mr. Payne a question. asked for him specifically, overwhelm his office with calls, family, on behalf of the staff, on behalf of the individuals who are incarcerated, those who are also on remand, whatever the case is. Yeah. Dalton was tapping phones for over 20 years up to District 8 police station with U.S. gear. They were tapping Violet Becker's phone calls, Ant Dalton and David Simmons. U.S. has rejected the amendment to the international health regulations. They really think that stuff is going to feel good going to work and not getting paid. When she said, they ain't special. They ain't special. They ain't special. You must be mad. Good night to you too, Jefferson. Another ward. Tim, you got another ward here in the building, Tim. Jefferson, I don't know if you're related. You from St. Philip, Jefferson? Originally, if you are, let me know. I have a brother on here, Tim. He from St. Philip. He's a ward as well. Who knows, man? Y'all might be cousins, man. I get so used to you calling, coming on late, so I missed the notification. I am Maureen, my apology. I'm working on correcting that, as you can see. I'm working on it. But those who would have seen me tonight where they saw me would have known what I was doing. And, you know, like I said, sometimes out in the communities, doing community work. More often than not, if I'm coming on late, it's because I'm out in the community putting in work. Sometimes it takes longer. Sometimes you come into a situation that you didn't bargain for, trying to help someone. And, you know, sometimes that's how you go, man. From St. Thomas. All right. Tim, you got a brother on here from St. Thomas. Who knows? I don't know if you know him or not. Mr. Jefferson Ward. Yeah, family. That's the situation right there, though. So I just want y'all to realize that as far as the cybercrime bill, like I said, the link I had here, like I asked you a question in the previous program, did the AG lie to the people of Barbados when he said basically that it will not harm the what do you call it? The words he used was, hold on. Oh, for law-abiding Barbadians. That's the term he used. Did he lie? Because if they have nothing to fear, Mr. Marshall, again, right? It wasn't even about the fear. It's about the privacy. Don't nobody want you and they don't want you in their privacy. So they try to make this into y'all have nothing to fear. You have nothing to fear. Don't fear. Don't worry. You be fine. Have nothing to fear. Fear, 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 fear. Don't be fearful. Listen to the words, law abide. These guys are sorcerers, man. I'm telling you, this is all sorcery right here. You have in deception bill, nothing to fear for law-abiding citizens. Law-abiding. So you're supposed to feel I'm a law-abiding citizen, so I'm good. So you're supposed to feel like you've accomplished something now. You are a step above the rest. This is the way you segregate the society. So anybody who have the slightest thing to say about it will be seen as not being law-abiding. Check the psychosis and the psychology and the sorcery in it. So there are folks who tell themselves, I ain't got no problem with it. That means that I am law-abiding. If you have a problem with it, it means you're not law-abiding. All right, get going. All the great. My thing though, right, family? Did the AG lie? Did he lie? Did he sell you a brick in a bag and told you it was a flat screen? Time will tell. Hello, help me up. What? How you know that? How you know? Oh, you heard me? You heard me when I said it was empty. Can you get me some more? Royalty is royalty. Give thanks, princess. For sure. For sure. Shout out to the matriarch, by the way, and my sister from another mother, man. Be law-abiding, but not stupid. You see, that's what I'm talking about right there. That's what I'm talking about right there. Be law-abiding, but we not stupid. We just work at the prison, but we ain't stupid. We recognize y'all withholding funds, man. You promised to pay since last year. A year later and still nothing. October last year to be exact. I just want y'all to realize, right? The prison is a time bomb. While y'all lying to the people out here talking a bunch of crazy stuff, it is absolute madness. Absolute madness. So I'll leave it at that for the time being. He said, I think that I related to the ward from St. Lucie. Interesting conversation. I mentioned Roy Ward earlier too. I don't know if you know Roy Ward. He's definitely from St. Lucie, so you would most likely know him. AG is implying if you have nothing to hide, you have nothing to worry. That's my point, Sean. It's pure psychology, man. Trying to make it seem like if you're opposed to it, then you must be doing something. That's the idea. Good night to you too, Monica. Greetings to you. Greetings. When you speak the language of God, this level of technology and spellcasting, 2 words won't affect you. Facts, you see them clearly. The implicit in what he is saying, implicit in it is the suggestion that the minute you oppose this, you are a criminal. You're up to something. No, so you got folks looking at you like, wait, something wrong. Clearly. Anyhow, for those who are interested in seeing that particular article for what it is worth, I don't even want to. I mean, a little public concern over the government's planned interception of communication bill, insisting that the sweeping new surveillance powers would only be used in cases of serious crimes of national security and remain tightly controlled by judicial oversight. By judicial oversight. You referring to the same judicial as in Leslie Haynes judicial? When you say judicial, you mean like Leslie Haynes judicial? You mean the same Leslie Haynes I mentioned years ago on this platform? You mean the same Leslie Haynes that involved with the Knox the Knox family scenario with the Kingston estate? You mean that guy? Like, I can't hear you. Where? That she saw a centipede. You're gonna deal with it, right? All right. It's funny because I felt something crawl up my leg a little earlier. I know if y'all noticed I kind of dipped low, but I didn't feel nothing. But I did feel something crawl up, but I didn't look, me. But she said she saw one out there, so it's a possibility. Who knows? But anyhow, we ain't scared. We ain't scared. We ain't scared. We just play with centipedes around here, man. I don't know how this is gonna work out, right, family? But this is pure trickery. So, like I said, the whole idea is to destabilize the country. Because that's what it looks like. From the prison to the streets to the boardroom. It ain't safe for no one. Suppose a married man got a tussle and don't want the wife knows. He got a tussle and don't want the wife to know. And the wiretap went. Look here. The wiretapping one in favor. Let me tell you something, Pedro. Street Kings. Go watch Street Kings, man. How the police maintain control was by having a file on people that they needed to have a file on to keep everything in control, man. Crazy. Fear is the ultimate trick. So, family, the question is then, what are we to do? If they stop paying the people who run in the system, such as prison officers, nurses, etc., then they will one day turn on the government and stand with the people. It's true. It's so true, Sonny. It's so true. But it's happening all now. It's probably like modern art. We're looking at the same thing, but we're seeing something different. Only in this case, we're hearing something different. Well, you know what? I like that, Maureen. But it's definitely perspective. like it. Definitely perspective. Go watch that movie Street Kings, Maureen. I'm telling you, put things in perspective, man. They know exactly what they're doing. That's what they tell you they know. I can't believe the Barbados Prison Service website looks like it has been hacked, because y'all saw that live right here. Like, I don't know, man. Anyhow, let me leave that alone for now, man. Let me leave that alone for now. Somebody call somebody and tell somebody, if there's any people who work here for the prison service, go and check if your website is still up, because it was up to yesterday when I checked it, when I said I was going to keep it till today. And I don't know why I closed it, because I was going to use the picture from the front. Those pictures were nice, but I couldn't get any of them saved. Now I went back tonight, it's gone with the wind. Not just gone, not just down, but hacked. Criminals don't use the landlines. Criminals who are sophisticated, according to the words of the AG, that using technology. Man, look. Okay, so Ward run Amber for a cave. She married to the Wards from St. Lucie. Well, Tim, a guy on here, Jefferson, y'all might know. I'm telling y'all, man, you never know. Have a conversation. Jefferson is a brother on here named Tim Ward. If you're still on Jefferson and you want to connect with him, in fact, hold on. My number's on the screen. I won't have you put your numbers out there right now. You can always connect. I'll pass on the information if you so desire, vice versa. And maybe y'all can have a conversation. You know, Politically Incorrect is really it's a family program, man. Yo, speaking of family, shout out to Baby Lee, youngest member of Fade family. Shout out to Barbados National Congress as well. The government for the people, from the people, of the people, for by the people. Plain and simple, man. Not the system, not Westminster, but Ethiopia. Divine order run things. Say family, straight. Yes, Chief of all justice. Chief of all justice. He hates centipedes. So you hate centipedes? I told you they're always around here. More than one occasion, I'm doing a live and they crawl up my leg. I had to play it cool, Sean. I had to play it cool on camera. We live on a ship called Dictator. You'd be surprised, man. We think Miss Morton is a dictator, right? But she really not. She just the manager doing the work. The question is, who really run Barbados? It is the corporation, the big corporation, the companies that were here from the plantocracy days, man. Miss Morton is just a piece of the puzzle. She is not the picture. Take your eyes, I'm telling you, and cast it wider. Take a bigger look, take a deeper look, or a wider look, I should say. Isn't he the Chief Justice? That's what I'm saying. When he said judicial, authorities, I guess that's what he's referring to. You know what I mean? He said judicial oversights. I don't know who he's referring to, the oversights, but if you put the fox to guard the hen house, you got a room for the feathers, man. Plain and simple. Yes, the same CJ that was in charge of COVID-19 election. His payoff was his new seat. Count how many CJs alive being paid. That's a good point, Alex. Very good point. The same one that was in charge, right? Water Authority men get robbed at gunpoint recently. I don't know why the Water Authority people be getting robbed at gunpoint. What they took from him, a wrench? I mean, what could he possibly have at work on the job? So family, what to do? Get rid of your receipt and be free. Simply mathematics. If you know, you know. I got it. But like I said, you got to start dealing with self, family. You got to look into yourself, start focusing on you, your family, your community, and build. Just build. One of the first things you got to do is plant food or get with somebody who planting food. You got to be able to sustain yourself from the standpoint of at least food. At least food. You know what I'm saying? The bottom line, man. Somewhere your files will be encrypted. Somewhere your files be encrypted, but that's what happening. You need to pay that to get it on lock. Otherwise, you know, the folks ain't trying to hear you. The government surveilling us. It also appears that criminals doing the same thing. But that's what I'm telling you, Maureen. It looks like the criminals doing the same thing. What makes us think that the government is not the criminals? See, that's the problem we have. We think they're one and two separate situations when they're one and the same. What is the price of corruption? What's the price of it? For real, for real. Next time, take a screenshot, Rastaman. Function plus shift plus S. At the same time, the image will automatically be saved as a separate subfolder in your picture folder. I didn't think it would be necessary because I just made the assumption that the website was up and functioning. But it wasn't really functioning when I was on it as well. Like I said, there were some things I noticed that informed me that it wasn't functioning right. But it appeared to be what I thought at the time was purpose work. This is a whole different conversation. That page has been compromised. Straight up. The prison website ain't even safe, man. I can make a joke and say they didn't pay the bill, but in reality, you got folks who ain't get their money that is struggling. They got medical issues, they got bills, medication. Man, it ain't right. It ain't right at all, man. It ain't right. All right, then. Saying criminals equal government. That's just the reality. He said, you know what happens when we assume. Well, you're correct. You're absolutely correct. I definitely know what happens when we assume. That's why I just clicked it and closed it. I wasn't concerned with it. I wasn't concerned with it. It sounded like a centipede. Yeah, it sounded like she's out there battling with something. So definitely a centipede. But no, I closed it because like I said on Monday, I was going to bring it back up on Wednesday. So I had no reason to doubt that or to screenshot it to show proof. But you're correct. But here we are now. But it had to be this way to show you that not even the website is secure. That's why this happened the way it is. So anyhow, family, like I said, man, what is the price of corruption? My only prayer at this point in time is that, you know, the prison get themselves organized and sort out the people who work there, the security guys who are there. Because if it gets out of hand, family, Barbados will have a problem on a level it has never seen before here. Yeah, right. Hopefully no one clicked any dangerous links on the hack website. Now that you mentioned it, no, I'm playing around. Nah, I ain't clicking nothing. I ain't checking nothing. I just looked. Man, I don't know this. I don't know this at all, boy. That one rough for truth though. That one there rough, man. Sister said, surveillance seems like a good idea to law-abiding citizens until they become an enemy of the state. When will the digital payment system be implemented again? Well, believe it or not, it was always with us. The minute you had a card that you could tap at the supermarket and pay your bills, your groceries, and your gas, you was already using a digital payment system. But it happened so subtle that we didn't even notice it. First, they gave us the cards, and they said, we put a chip in to track it. Then you can use the chip. Just go ahead and use the chip. Now it's like, let's just get rid of the card and keep the chip. because the strip at the back is for swiping. We don't even use that. The machines don't read the strip. The machine read the chip. You don't need to read the strip. Them days gone. We just believe it working, but nah, that's an illusion. That mix is hitting. Anyhow, family. Like I said, we got work to do. Let's work on that. You got to find the number to the prison and call, and keep calling. Ask questions. If you work there as an employee, start to ask questions. But don't ask questions anymore. Write a letter. In fact, get someone with some penmanship skills. I actually knew a young lady who was gifted at that. I ain't really sure what's going on with her these days, but I wouldn't even ask her to do it if I was to come across her. What I would say though is that get someone with skills and write a letter outlining your personal situation regarding funds you're owed and submit it so that you create a paper trail in office. You want to create a paper trail. Bottom line, man. And the more folks that write and submit, keep a copy for yourself, submit one there. We'll keep one on file, man. Because what you do at now, you create a paper trail that you can show later on that you have exhausted all remedies. So if they fail to pay you, just sue them for damages, distress, not having the money to pay your mortgage, how it affect you, and your financial embarrassment, not being able to pay your bills and light getting turned off, water and gas. You got to go borrow things for the neighbor, run an extension cord. They don't care. They don't care, man. Price of corruption is a poor country, and soon is spiteful and empty island. Simple mathematics, man. Been paid coming out on March 2026. Pay attention, family. I already told y'all what to do. Y'all ain't listening to me. Take your money off the bank. Invest as much as possible in something that is secure. See the cure? See the cure. That's what's up. It ain't saving. You hear currently that the man was Army man since 2011 and recently crossed over to the ancestors. He was awaiting sentencing. I must have heard wrong. Yes. Maureen, you referring to that pastor that minister that was in there that died recently? If you're referring to him, he was there for a while. Yes. I don't know what that situation seemed a bit sensitive. If this is the one you're referring to, so I don't know about that one. That one's a bit touchy, man. So I ain't sure. That was the same. But yeah, you're right. You're so right. Sean, that's what I was referring to. It says sue them. Yeah, right. Yeah, I know, right? I know. I feel you too, man. But trust me, they don't want that attention. You see, the attention they get, they don't want. Because all that goes on his record. Superintendent, it goes on his record, his file. Yep, the worst superintendent in the history of the prison. Absolute worst. History and time will record his deeds, man. History and God will certainly outline it. Yes, asking how to invest. You know what? We need to do a program one of these nights, maybe next week, Monday. In fact, I could try to push forward for that, inshallah, by the grace of the Almighty. We could do an investment program on Monday next week. That'd be a good time too. I know why I'm saying that. So give thanks to KS on that one. Let me write that. In fact, let me write that down. But my people, take a note of that and put it on my to-do list. and then matched it to me as per usual, how you normally do. But yeah, I like that. Let's do an invest program. And we're going to invite some folks who I could think of one already. Shout out to Aubrey, by the way, Mr. Invest himself. For sure. And we got some guests coming on too. There's a number of programs and shows going on, including AgroFest and some other stuff. I'll let him tell you when he comes in. But I like that, KS. We're going to work on that. Airport, harbor, prison, all becoming PPPS. So they're looking to privatize the prison now. This is why they're doing it. It kind of makes sense too, you know. That's a good point. You wanted something because as how could that be for so long and no sentencing? That seems unjust. Well, you want remand for over 10 years, man, on a case. I don't know, man. That case was a funny case, Maureen. Here, a real touchy one. No pun intended. No. Sean. Sean said you need to make money first before you think of investing. Yo, Sean, come to the front of the class, man. Come. You too far in the back, man. You come. Sean, that is not true. You're spreading disinformation on this program. We're not allowing it, man. We're not allowing it, man. At all. You do not need money before you start investing. You need to have some information and ideas. You know, the money gonna come. And you start small and you grow big, but you gotta know what you're doing. You gotta have the knowledge on what and how to invest. If you got the money, you ain't paying attention, you're just gonna lose it. Anyhow, Sean, I see what you're saying, man. I wonder how this is quite interesting here though. I've never seen this before. Okay. Right. Well, technology family. I just noticed an upgrade on my phone. All right. Thanks, Pegasus. Thanks. That's what it is, because I don't know. I ain't never seen this before. Anyhow, it's all right. I out of here, family. We going in early. We got some stuff to do. But we'll definitely, Pedro asked a question recently. We'll have a whole conversation on Monday about what's been going on with FADE, what's been going on with Barbados National Congress, but more importantly, what's been going on with CATA. For those who know, CATA is Caribbean Agro Traders Association. It's a regional initiative. We're going to discuss that on Monday, along with some other investment strategies as to what we're doing, not just locally, but throughout the region. This is happening in real time, people. And yes, it's been done quietly now for a little over almost a year. Been working on this. It's that time. It is that time. So, in fact, yeah, like a year. Wow. Times fly fast. Anyhow, peoples, we give thanks. Be sure to like and subscribe. My mom told me to tell you all that. Yes, Mom, I said it. He said it. Make sure you tell them to subscribe, because they got to make sure they get the links, because all folks keep telling me they don't get notifications. So make sure you subscribe and make it happen, man. Let's see what's happening. Tell a friend and tell a friend too. Don't forget. In fact, I got a call telling me that she sent her girlfriend. And what was that? What's her name? That was my friend Marcia. Shout out to Marcia for tuning in and staying up late with us night owls, Maureen. We got some new night owls, Maureen, but we give thanks. Sean said, it is true, Emmanuel. I got you, Sean, man. Don't worry about it. I got you, man. Listen, Playboy, the civil service has been reduced to party politics. It is sad and inefficient. Man, look, I don't even know what to tell you, man. Regathering, the parties, the concerts, keep everybody laughing, keep everybody busy, keep everybody tipsy, keep everybody full. Meanwhile, nobody ain't really paying attention to the treasury, right? Sovereignty versus indigenous status, though, because was freedom without ownership? Whew. Y'all them heavy conversations, man. When y'all ready, shout me the number on the screen. Y'all are more than welcome to come. We could do an interview and you could share that. You could do a whole presentation. Because come do a presentation, man. Because although some of us might be aware of what you're saying, a lot of folks on here, man, have never heard of SQV. You know, they've never heard a lot of things that, you know, may shape their thinking a little differently. And it's on us that those who know to share that knowledge freely with those who don't know. So, yeah, when you're ready, man, just shout me and let's put it together. In the meantime, family, in between time, I wonder if there's this thing that was going on earlier, and I guess they schedule it when I on live, so I can't attend these meetings. But it's always something tonight in St. Andrew, the Ideas Forum. Miss Motley is usually there up front. I'm going to take my GoPro on the road. I do the program live from one of these forums, man. All right. We're going to be good, family. Let me go ahead and sort out. Yeah. Let me drop my tune, man. We out of here, family. We out of here. Friday, we would like to do a special interview. Once the gentleman called me and booked the individuals, we should have 2 guests, not 1, but 2, to come and speak to us about something, a powerful event taking place. And they're bringing it to Barbados. Summit. Anyhow, stay tuned. We the people doing things for ourselves, by ourselves. We are not waiting for permission from no administrator, especially ones that ain't care, ain't paying their bills, ain't taking care of the people. Got the audacity, the unmitigated gall to show up at the prison and go in the pantry and do shopping. This guy is for real. Said like the Romans of old, give them bread and circus. Sad. Have a peaceful night to you too, family. Jefferson, the movie is called, hold on a minute, man. Let me see if I can pull that up. Hang on. Just to make sure I got it covered. Street Kings. It has in Keanu Reeves. It's a 2008 film. It's an old film, but believe you me, science, man, it ain't easy. It has in Forrest Whitaker as well. Another one of the actors that, you know, it is. If I can get this to be a full screen. How do you get this on a full screen now? I don't even know. That was definitely not it. That was on one of those movie channels. I sometimes I click on it in between, but I can tell you all right now, right? Open image. Okay, well, let me try this. Yeah, here it is. Yeah, let me go ahead and share this. I don't know how I can share this one. Let me try to share it. Hang on. Share screen. Go to this one. Okay. Here it is. It's called Street King. I got a few actors you might recognize. You might. And I think Forrest Whitaker is the police chief Commissioner. Oh, yeah. Quality storyline, family. It is like wrapped into one, a whole message here. Straight message. It might be a little touchy for some folks, though. I'm just saying. It also shows you, see, when you got a mission, no matter how they try to conspire, right? Just find a way here. Just find a way. Keep trusting the Almighty, family. In the universe, in Him, for you, her. We move being, man, without the universal energy. Oh, she was there talking. I'm sure she was there talking. Tim, I'm running Windows. I tried Linux before, man. I think it crashed my system, quite frankly. I might have had a fake version. I kind of downloaded something I probably wasn't supposed to download, but it didn't do me too good. I had a bad experience, Tim. To them people, if you still have them papers with your name on it, though. But I understand you, brother. I fully overstand you. That's why I said you got to talk to people about how we talk to them and when we talk to them, a different story. Rhonda, good night to you too. Rhonda, greetings to you too. But good night. Now, you think about coming on and reasoning. My number on the screen, show me before you get a chance. First light. All right, Jefferson, make sure you subscribe to the page, Jefferson, because the name is new for me. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you click on the all bell. Make sure, more importantly, you tell a friend and tell a friend. That's what's up. Share with your work colleagues, your class, your school alumni. Make sure the people know that you in this thing together, man. Empress, good night to you too, family. Wagwan, wagwan, wagwan. Let me go ahead and change up this thing here a bit. Okay, interesting. I wonder if I could do this. I wonder. All right, leave out Haiti for now. All right, check it out, family. I'm just going to run the tune. Y'all already know. I just going to play that. The one I did earlier. The theme that everybody seemed to love so much. I'm going to roll out. Like I said, I got a lot of work to go and do now. Y'all have no idea. My day now beginning. So I got to go make some international calls based on time. And I definitely got to go catch that. It's 10:30, almost gone. Yeah. All right, that's what we're going to do, man. We're just going to jump out here, AWOL. We're going to connect on Friday. Once the folks come through, we give thanks, we give thanks, we give thanks. He said, Ubuntu Links is free. Make sure you download the official copy. Man, I had a bad experience. Here, Sean, play the tune, dude. I got you covered, man. I got you covered. It seems that the filmmaker got it right years ago. All the movies I've watched about the future have all come true, or about to come true. Frightening. You think it's frightening now, Maureen? Pardon me. Nah, don't be frightened now. Be empowered. It's better you know the bus coming and hit the house so you can maneuver the suit than you laying on the front house watching TV and you ain't got a clue what's about to happen. I'm a little late, but my like button is back. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, I'm happy to hear that. Happy to hear that. Christmas. And Christmas next interview with barbecue is worth $5 million. Wow. Wow. Interesting. Interesting. Very interesting. Where you got that info from, cuz that sound crazy. The filmmaker purpose is to condition your mind. Set the stage. The program finished already? Nah, we was on here a minute though. I thought I was a few minutes late. Nah, you ain't no few minutes late, Empress. All right, I can work on the tech. Y'all keep me posted, man. You two have a good night. Good to see you. I was thinking about you earlier. I'm glad that you with us. Till next time, inshallah, Rastafari. At least lastly first, Empress Wazir Menin. Remember, family is about balance, man. The perfect balance. In the name of the Most High. Jah Rastafari. Having said that, let me go ahead and put this in place. All right. Let me go ahead and share this, man. I'm gonna play the tune, man. I know it's y'all waiting on, man. Let me go ahead and add this to the screen. Share screen. Put this one up. Like that. All right, there we go. There we go. Yeah, I'm thankful that y'all took the time to come in and share. Like I said, we give thanks. So
Barbados, sweet paradise.
y'all already know, man.